These people are financing an insurrection in the United States, a coup, a chaos regime. And useful idiots are just blindly right off the cliff, walking like lemmings. This is an insurgency. It's an insurrection happening in front of our eyes, a coming coup in the United States. Their words, ladies and gentlemen, they're preparing for street fights, not legal ones, getting district attorneys out there to prosecute you if you fight back. It's all happening. The evidence is overwhelming. We've just provided it. It's an insurrection using useful idiots who don't know what groups like Black Lives Matter are really for. How do we know what they're for? Because they've told us what they're for. I just played the tape. Now, maybe another fact the useful idiots supporting Black Lives Matter should learn is that Black Lives Matter, it's got some relationship with some shady people overseas who really don't like us. Let's go to this Daily Signal article, the rare 3.5 screenshots from it. This is a good one. Again, in the show notes today, bongino.com/newsletter to access the show notes. This BLM co-founder and pro-communist China group are partnering up. Here's why, by Mike Gonzalez. They are another Joe, these two co-founders, they keep intersecting with these Marxist communists who, communists that love to wipe out and exterminate minority groups. That's not happening. Are you sure? Have you Googled Uyghur concentration camps? Of course you haven't. You're a leftist. You don't know anything about that. Knowledge isn't exactly your thing. So now we find one of these co-founders is partnering up with a pro-communist group. That's really weird. Let's go to the Daily Signal piece, screenshot 1. Wouldn't this be really crazy? Soros and these groups, all the communist groups and all these people. This is so strange. Imagine far-right demonstrators were laying siege to American cities for months, led by activists explicitly calling for an ethno-state, and that one of their groups was funded by an outfit involved with Vladimir Putin's Russia. That would be really bad, wouldn't it? Of course, as Mike says, it would be on the Mike Gonzalez. It would lead the news every day, and there would be congressional hearings. Of course there would. So imagine that. There's a group out there funded by billionaires, getting people in office to prosecute innocent Americans for defending themselves, with an association with anti-American foreign countries and communist groups, and calling for an ethno-state here in the United States. If that was the Tea Party, there would be public treason trials going, it, right now, televised daily. But of course, it's not the Tea Party because we actually believe in big art, God-given rights. But who is it? It's happening here. Let's go to screenshot number 2. Well, the scenario described above is happening, though not with Russia or the right, but with China and the leftist disturbances upending America and seeking to transform it. Yet there hasn't been a peep from the media or Congress about China's support of the riots. China's support? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, listen to this little gemski. Go to the website for Black Futures Lab, a venture of Black Lives Matter founder Alicia Garza, the same woman we just talked about who doesn't like capitalism, and then click on the donate button at their website. What happens then? It will ask you to send your money to an obscure organization, the Chinese Progressive Association, explaining that, quote, Black Futures Lab is a fiscally sponsored project of the Chinese Progressive Association? What the hell is that? Black Lives Matter, communist Alicia Garza running a group, Black Futures Lab, associated with the Chinese Progressive Association? What the hell could that be? Well, let's check out screenshot number 3 for the answer, guys. Let's not wait. The CPA, and we're not talking about certified public accountant, the Chinese Progressive Association was founded in San Francisco in 1972 during the heady days of the Marxist-oriented Asian American movement. And today it has a very active chapter in Boston. From its start, it's been a promoter of the People's Republic of China? No. It's a conspiracy theory. Okay. Really? They go on. According to an authoritative 2009 Stanford University paper tracing its early days to the present, and which can be found on Marxist.org, quote, the Chinese Progressive Association began as a leftist pro-People's Republic of China organization, promoting awareness of mainland China's revolutionary thought and workers' rights, and dedicated to self-determination, community control, and serving the people. Now you see why when good reps like Andy Biggs, congressman, conservative, start looking at who's financing all this stuff, the left freaks out. You can't look at that. That's anti-something. You're anti-Semitic. We're talking about an Asian group. You're anti-Asian. It's a China group. You're anti-China. They think it's going to scare you. So, I went to this and clicked on the donation. Mike Gonzalez does great work at Daily Signal. But again, doing honest reporting. I went and actually clicked on Black Futures Lab, a Black Lives Matter project with Alicia Garza, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, who apparently hates capitalism. I thought this was about Black lives. Again, weird. So I actually clicked on it, and here's a screenshot from my phone. Not a joke. This is Black Futures Lab. This is on their website, their donation page. Are you ready to join us? Quote, Black Futures Lab is a fiscally sponsored project of the Chinese Progressive Association. Isn't that weird? Chinese Progressive Association traces its history back to support for the communist Chinese regime. I thought this was about Black lives. Crazy, Joe, how it keeps we're clearly just promoting conspiracy theories here. Conspiracy theories, like going to their own donation page and taking screenshots of it. Definitely a conspiracy theory. 100%.
Yeah.
I clearly manipulated my own phone. I'm not even, Paula, how tech savvy am I? Okay, I'm not. She's nodding her head, laughing because I'm not very good with the tech. I'm good with managing the tech. I clearly manipulated it on my phone. These people are financing an insurrection in the United States, a coup, a chaos regime. And useful idiots are just blindly right off the cliff, walking like lemmings.